It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And the spotlight is on the Cardinals' Offensive Player of the Year. He's been sensational.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league.
The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a second down and 4. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
On first down, it's Benson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Cardinals at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
This one deep for Wilson. Touchdown! Michael Wilson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on it.
Cardinals offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. They'll start on the ground with Benson. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. You talk about this Seahawk defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And this is one of those something's got to give games. You got the #1 passing team in the NFL against the #1 defense against the pass. A lot of times the battle's in the trenches. We know that. We see it all the time. But this one, this game's going to be won on the outside.
A gain of 50 yards. First down, Arizona.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. The slot man in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Zone read, here's Benson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak. They'll start out here with the option left. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Flushed out right. That ball caught by Harrison. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. Cardinals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man is Duvernay. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This 2nd and 4. A give left side for Benson. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. Scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Remember, he ran it in the last time they had it. That was his 9th rushing touchdown on the season. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The catch and run good for 18 and a 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught downfield by Harrison. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr., 60 yards. And the Cardinals have yet again retaken the lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Benson running right. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Duvernay in motion. They go play action here on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
A give up the middle with Benson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
They'll run with Benson, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Benson. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cards' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having...
Visitors offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's an early front runner for MVP in the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
This is taken in by McBride.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Running out of the gun here with Benson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Cardinals have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 3rd and 4.
They're going to look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. Duvernay in motion. They'll run for the first time with Amari DiMercato.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
On the handoff, it's DiMercato.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Fighting to stay upright. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33.
And he's going to try and do this himself.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Duvernay in motion.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Trey McBride.
31 yards.
And the Cardinals have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but
they'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Duvernay in motion.
2nd and long. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Seahawks, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another home day.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on the Cardinals, reigning league MVP. He's your top dog in the league.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, it's going to be a dangerous team come January, and he can very well walk away with the MVP.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And this nearly an interception right off the bat. An early crisis averted as that winds up incomplete. Duvernay in motion.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. In motion right, that's Wilson. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
That's complete to McBride.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Well, the numbers for Benson in last week's ball game.
15 carries, 86 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
2nd and 2. Caught by Wilson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 9.
They'll drop to throw.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Now a 2nd and 10.
In motion left is Wilson. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Caught. It's Wilson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Well, remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Able to get this one to McBride.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
The Cardinals at 6-2 to start play. And they come in after a loss last time out, but they've still been in good form. They've won 6 of their last 8.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's going to keep this again.
Oh, he shifts past him. And some room to maneuver.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They run over center with Benson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Looking to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Michael Wilson
from 10 yards out.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well executed there offensively. He's the first in the league to reach 30 touchdown passes this year. Did that on the last drive, and he starts here with a 1st down.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harrison. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He'll look to throw.
Open man is Duvernay.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it second down. And the tight end goes in motion left.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Escaping the pressure right. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
They go play action here on first down.
That's caught. It's the tight end Ryman.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. That ball caught by Harrison. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Arizona.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
A handoff here to Benson.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll roll him out right.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, a wide open receiver. It's Harrison.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. He'll drop to throw. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All in all, no gain on on the play, and it'll bring up third. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Cardinals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. They'll start with the option.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Cardinals first down.
On the give, it's Benson.
Pushing his way through. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll go again with Benson. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A give. Here comes Benson.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now it's Benson.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Trey Benson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring.
The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop.
And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
This is 2nd and 8.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
They'll run here with Benson.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The give is to DeMercado.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Catch made right side by Wilson.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Here's DeMercado.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. And he will go down, a Cowboys sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. A run, it's DeMercado.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again.
Running, DeMercado. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Cards take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. So they're able to capitalize there on the short.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he'll get this to the 32.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They'll set up a throw.
That is caught downfield by Harrison.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
On the ground, it's DeMercado.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That's complete to McBride.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Cardinals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
From the 46, here's second down and 7. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
In motion left goes a tight end. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Down to the 42, second down.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Second and a couple.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get your reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided on.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points.